Carrots here. Welcome to episode 5 of Colourful Mermaids. In this episode, we find them swimming at the dive lot. It's night time, so it's a bit dull down there today. The purpose of this particular series of videos is to show off the Skylight house, which is a huge house that I built a few years ago, and it is actually in my studio on the Exchange. Today we're going to see them swimming, and then they'll be having a party because it's almost Halloween in real life. So they're going to have a Halloween party. They'll all be dressed up in different costumes. And in the Skylight house I've got a party room that's set up just for Halloween parties. And there's another party room that's set up just for Christmas parties. And there's another party room set up just for pool parties. And they're all down in the big basement. And it's set up so that when the Sims invite guests, which they don't do in this particular video because there's 8 of them, but if they invite guests, the guests have no option but to go down the steps in the front yard and into the particular party room, because you can lock all of the doors to everywhere else, so the guests can't get anywhere except to the room that you want them in. And there's so many attractive objects down there that they stay there and have a wonderful party. Love the colour of the tail of that Sim on the left, the mermaid on the left, the blue tint at the bottom with the sort of bronze rest of his tail. I think that's Matthew Rudd. He's evil. It's about time to send them home so that they can have something to eat before their party. Just see them swimming around in the distance there. I had them picking some kelp there. That's what they went down there to do, so that they could eat, because they're all starving hungry. So once they've all picked their kelp, I'll send them home. This is one of the dive lots that came with Isla Paradiso. I don't know which one it is. It's just one that they were at when I launched the game. There they are. They're all heading home now. It looked like there was only 7 there, but when I looked closer, I discovered that 2 of them are swimming so close together it looks like only one mermaid from this distance. That other one that's swimming back towards the dive lot, that's not a mermaid. It's somebody from town. A 3rd mermaid at the back, at the top, is 2 mermaids together. If you watch them now, you'll soon see them come apart. That's about this point when I realised that there was actually 2 mermaids swimming together there. So all 8 of them are in the picture. Yeah, you can see they've come apart now. He's decided he's not going to go home by the look of it. Oh yes, there he comes. As they get more accustomed to swimming, they will get better at getting in and out of the water. This particular group are hardly played at all. They're the same mermaids as I've got in my Cake Island Mermaids videos, but they're not the same instances of them. So the Cake Island Mermaids have got a lot more experience than the Colourful Mermaids, even though they're all just the same mermaids, but I haven't mixed them up. So there is the witch, the blonde witch with the pink tail, going to ride her broom home. I think her name's Belinda, but I'm not sure. So that's the house. Now the first little gathering will be in the very top room on the far side there. You can see it lit up. It's got a grand piano on the left, and on the right it's got a stage with a drum set and the musical instruments that came with Late Night. And you can see on the right in the front yard there down the ground, that is where the steps where the guests go down to go to their parties. But this is the room that they're going to come to now. Simon is the mermaid with the green tail. He's one of the 2 new ones that I made. All of the other Sims who are mermaids were originally made just as ordinary Sims that may also be occults. And I just added the mermaid occult to them all, only as an experiment to see what would happen. And there is Elaine, who was originally Ella, one of my very first Sims I ever made back in 2009. She was probably about the 4th Sim I made, I think. And that's the witch Belinda with the long blonde hair and the pink scales, and Matthew Rudd. He's the one whose tail colour I liked, the blue at the bottom and the sort of a bronze colour. He's the evil Sim. His original version of him, it's got a motorbike. This version, it's got got a slightly different name. Simon's just come back into the room, and Belinda has done the honours and provided the buffet for them, so they can all eat something now. They should feel much more cooperative once they're no longer starving hungry. They're all still in their swimwear too. I'll have to change them into their special costumes for the Halloween party that's still to come. But I'll get them to do a bit of dancing here before we have the party. And of course they're Sims, and in spite of there being perfectly good tables and chairs on this level, they're either choosing to stand to eat or to go downstairs to the level below, where there's another set of perfectly good tables and chairs. It's Matthew Rudd, he's just standing up to eat. That could be due to a mod that I've got that lets them eat in funny places, but here's the rest of them. So there's another music room type of thing down on the level below, but it's not really set up to dance. And it's not the room I was planning to show off in this video, but it looks like the Sims have decided that you're going to have a look at it anyway. And we're back up to the top level now. George Flower, he's going to play the piano for us. This is when I discovered he had absolutely no piano playing skill whatsoever. Problem is the music box there that they could dance to is broken. And I was hoping that somebody could play and make them dance to the music, but I don't think George is up to it. So I'm going to have to get somebody to repair that broken boom box. There's plenty of food. I think there's going to be lots left over. So she's going to sit at the table upstairs. Suki, who's the other mermaid that I made specially, and there's a few of the others walking by. That colourful door behind Suki is taking the Sims into the bowling alley, and we saw them bowling last episode. She's enjoying the fish. This is the kitchen that they're all heading off for to wash their plates. I seem to have forgotten to add sinks upstairs. So that's all on the same level. That's level 4, or the second top level, which is immediately below the room that I really want them to be in. And we will get them back there eventually. The way things are going though, George is going to become an expert pianist by the time they're ready to do a bit of dancing on the dance floor. So Matthew's going to read a book. That'll be exciting for him. Here comes Suki. She's going to fix the boombox for us. As usual, I'm impatient when it fixed yesterday. Oh my goodness, she got singed. Now she's going to have to go and find a shower. And it sounds like a gnome got something happened to it as well. That gnome music going off in the background. While searching for a shower for Suki, I discovered that Belinda had taken off to the broom riding arena and was playing with riding her broom. Found a shower for Suki and she's heading off to use it. It's a few levels down though. She's got to go all the way down to the bedroom level, which is on level 2. That's level 2 from the bottom. And she's been on level 5. She sure is smoking. And there she is. She can have a shower there. There seems to be music boxes playing all over the house, except in the room where they need to dance. There's a little gym above where she is having a shower. Just have a quick look around at some of the other things that the Sims can do in this house while she's having a shower. So that's that room that they went down to eat. It's got musical instruments at the other end. We didn't look at that part of it before. And it's similar to the room that upstairs got the same sort of instruments. But the room they're going to dance in, there's got a dance floor and it's also got a little stage. So here is Suki's come back and now she is all ready. She's not in a swimmers anymore either. And she's fixing the boombox for us, so we'll soon be dancing while George still keeps trying to learn the piano. Elaine's sort of trying to get a bit of rhythm out of George's piano playing. George is improving. Oh, I'd forgotten Matthew was still reading his book there. Suki's got to get to that thing fixed soon. I think George is improving with his piano, but not by a lot. We'll get the rest of them up here once that boombox is fixed. Still lots of food left. At last, she's done it. Now we can have some dancing. I'll let George continue to play the piano, but we won't be able to hear him over the dancing. I have to go around the house now and see what everybody's doing. So Estelle's there playing a computer game, playing chess by the look of it. That's just outside the bowling alley. Digital fishiness window there. This is a reading room next door, or the upstairs kitchen, just to the left of that cupboard you can see with a bright pink thing on it. Hello, they're dancing. They've got music. Matthew's going to join them, put his book down. He can do a bit of dancing too. But there's only 4 of them up here and we need all 8. Oh, somebody's downstairs enjoying the hot tub. This is the room I made just for the hot tub. It's quite a big room. The only thing in it of any note is the hot tub. That's Simon. He's the one that was at the bar with the green. He's the one with the green scales who was helping himself to the bar when they first got home. This is down in the second bottom basement. He's a long way down, away from where they're going to be dancing. But you might as well have a little look around this room while we're down here. To get him out of that hot tub, though. It's such a big house. This could be Sims, could be absolutely anywhere. The piano's still going, and the music's going, and there's 3 of them dancing. This is how I set up downstairs so that you could lock doors to stop party guests from being able to get into different parts of the house. This is where they can have a pool party. There's a boombox going on over there as well. Every one of them in the house seems to work except for the one that we wanted to use. This is Harry Genie. He's found the pool party room. But he's not going to get to stay in here for long, but he will watch him slide down the slide before he has to go up and join the dance party upstairs. I thought it was interesting when he hit the water to see him change into his tail. That's the climatron on the outside deck. Dancing. There's 4 of them dancing now, plus George still playing the piano. There's 2 of them there with green scales. Okay, Belinda and Estelle are using the climbing wall. We've got 4 climbing walls put together there, but they're going to have to leave that and go upstairs and dance. This is not far from the broom arena where she was flying on her broom earlier. So we've got a few of them dancing now. There's 5 on the dance floor. Let's see if we can get the other 2. That'll make it all of them, because there'll be 7 dancing plus George playing the piano, and then we'll get him to stop playing the piano so he can do a little dance too. And then we'll stop and get them all into their costumes. You won't actually see me putting them in costumes. I'll do that off camera, because I will cut straight from this dancing to them dancing in their Halloween party at night, which will be down in one of those basements near where the pool party room is. I think that's Elaine with the red bikini and the long blonde hair, and Estelle is the one who was climbing, because they're both based on Ella, who was my old sim from 2009, and Elaine has been given long hair to make her look a bit different, whereas Estelle has just been made into a mermaid. So it's nice watching them dance now. I've finally got them there. Here comes Estelle. Those tulips are nice on the table too. Still plenty of food. So now we've got the room working. This is what I wanted to show you. Them all dancing on the dance floor. Wouldn't be able to have guests in this room because they'd have access to the entire house, and that means that the party wouldn't work properly because you can't control the guests and they wouldn't actually be in the party room. You need to be able to control your guests to have a successful party, I've discovered. You need them to be where you want them to be, otherwise they don't enjoy the party. And from this room your Sims have got the access to the entire house, and the only way you can keep them here is if you control them and tell them what to do. So it's really just a house private party just for the occupants of the house, and they can watch the scenery while they're dancing because they can see out over the ocean and along the roads. They can't see much in that hill that's behind the piano. Apparently they all decided that they were hungry again, so I let them eat. This time at least they're using the tables that are on this level. And here comes George. He's abandoning the piano. He's hungry too. They've still got all their kelp in their inventories. Mermaids can eat that kelp and not be hungry. But I don't want to waste all that good food. Sounds like it's raining. Here we are. This is the room where they're going to have their party for Halloween. This is with the lights off. We've just got the gobos turned on. All the other lights are off because there's nobody else in the room. But we'll soon have them all here in their costumes. That big ghost is actually a light. Here we go. The lights are on now. We've got the Halloween buffet tables. Might turn that mood light on too and see what happens. Looks a bit different at night, and you can see the steps going down to the party rooms. It's out that little white box out near the road. Those steps are for the guests. Your Sims who live in the house have got internal stairs so they can access it through the internal staircases. So the party has begun and we're all in our costumes. Simon's there on the left in his futuristic costume with the helmet on, and he's decided to dance off the dance floor and out of view of... There we go, we can see him again. I think for most of the time we won't be able to see him because he'll go right over near the wall. That's Matthew Rudd with the caveman outfit on, just immediately to the right of Simon. That outfit came from Creator Sim, but you need to have unlock outfits turned on. The Sim wearing the top hat is George Flower, the fairy. He's the one who was playing the piano earlier. He's got ghoulish makeup on. And the Sim there with the ripped shirt and the Zorro mask, which is also face makeup, and the feather in her hair, that's Suki, who just fixed our boombox upstairs earlier. And of course the one in the bright pink dress and the witch's hat is our witch, Belinda Bombay. And there is Estelle in the Katy Perry dress with all the white dress with all the records, the vinyl records all over it. And the Sim there dancing in the long black outfit with the pirate's hat is Eric Genie. There's the mood lamp going on. And Elaine is over there at the back. She's got Plant Sim hair for her outfit, and because she's a blonde, it doesn't look like Plant Sim hair because it's yellow. They're all getting auras from that mood light. Yes, Elaine has got the purple Plant Sim outfit on as well. That's Belinda in the witch's hat. There she is. She's got a mask on. That's from the accessories in Creator Sim. Here in the front we can see the pair that were based on my old Sim Ella. In the front with the white dress with all the records is Estelle, and the one at the back was Elaine with the Plant Sim outfit and hair. And we can see Suki and George Flower, Matthew Rudd and the others. We've already gone through them all with all their names. We'll just see them dance a little bit, and then I'll give you a few close-ups of them in their costumes, and that will be it. We can't see much of Simon. He keeps right away from them. He's over out of shot on the left. They were quite cooperative and danced for ages. That's a bit of a shot of the room. You can actually see Simon in this one, and looks like Harry Genie's got off to the right. It's getting but they're both off the dance floor for some reason. It's up to them. They've got high free will, and that's where they chose to hide themselves. So far it's been all lights on, but let's have a little look at them dancing with the lights off. Just the gobos on. But they're not moving around. They're very stationary looking gobos at this point. I do have a few more videos recorded with this group, and we'll actually be making a few more videos, but not many. But I was thinking we haven't got a video of them having a party in the room that's set up for Christmas yet, and nor have we got one in the pool party room. So the next time I do a party with them, I'll probably invite some townies. The problem is at the moment they don't actually know any townies, so I'll have to get them out meeting other Sims. Now I'll zoom in a bit so you can get some closer looks at a few of the individuals. You can see the Plant Sim hair there that she's got instead of her usual long curly blonde hair. That's Elaine with Estelle behind her with the records all over her white dress. And Suki and George Flower with Matthew Rudd behind him with the caveman outfit on. There's 5 of them there. So there's 3 somewhere else. You'd never know they were mermaids, except for their scales, of course. Got to be careful they don't get dehydrated. There he is. That's Harry Genie in his long black cloak with Simon behind him. And Simon, he's the one with the green scales. And that is our little witch with the pink dress and the witch's hat, Belinda Bombay, who was also in my big game Without Being a Mermaid. She's in it as her original self, as a witch without any mermaid scales. And she's also probably in it as a mermaid as well. Have a little quiet chat with Harry Genie. I don't think this went very well. They had just had a little argument before this. Lots of negative red signs going above their heads. There's a little bit of calm after the storm here. You get a good close-up look of her mask. Simon waving his hands around with his helmet on. That is Matthew Rudd with the green scales, George Flower, the fairy, and Suki. I guess you've got a good look at the Plant Sim hair now. You'll know who what I meant now when I said she had plant sim hair. I've always wanted to use that Katy Perry dress, but never felt the moment was appropriate. But I thought it'd be just perfect for a Halloween party, where they're supposed to be dressed up in a fancy dress. Oh, a little bit more magic from Belinda, just to show she's still got it. That dress, I think it's from Movie Stuff Pack. And I think the outfit that Simon's wearing is from Into the Future. Not sure where the helmet came from, but it looked like it belonged to that outfit. Oh, she did it again. Little look from above. You can see how far Simon and Harry Ginny decided to get away from the dance floor. Bit hard to keep them on it. And so that'd be the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I'll see you in the next video. Well, Belinda does some more magic. So bye bye for now, and thank you for watching, and happy simming.